Hi, I'm Emily and I'm going to show you how to build the perfect cake.
We'll start by leveling our cake layers. Cakes usually come out of the oven domed or with an uneven top layer, so you can use a bread knife to level the top and leave it perfectly flat. You can leave your layers as they are, or divide them into 2 layers so that each layer is thinner. This lets you put in more layers of filling and the cake will be moister. Start by pushing the knife just into the surface of the cake and spinning the cake around to carry the indent all the way around. Then, once you're happy that the layer is equally divided into 2 halves, you can push the knife all the way through. Now we're going to stack the cake. Use a dollop of buttercream to secure the cake to the cake board. For every layer, you want the cut side facing up. Brush it with simple syrup, which is just equal parts of water and sugar boiled together. This keeps the cake moist. Then you can add your filling. Repeat for all of your layers, making sure the top layer is cut side down, which locks in the moisture. Now we're going to freeze the cake for 30 minutes to firm it up. I wrap my cakes in cling film or saran wrap so they don't dry out. We need to trim around the cake to get rid of any overcooked edges, and also to make the cake perfectly smooth, which prepares it for buttercream or fondant. There are 2 ways to trim your cake. You can hold a bread knife vertically and trim around the circumference of the cake, or you can hold it horizontally and cut downwards in little sawing movements. The cake is ready for frosting. Use a non-slip mat underneath the cake board so it doesn't slide around. Start with a crumb coat. This is a very thin layer of frosting that catches any crumbs that come off the cake, so they don't get into the final coat of frosting. You can put the frosting onto the cake using a spatula or a piping bag. Then smooth it using a spatula or a frosting scraper. Start with the top of the cake. When that's smooth, do the sides of the cake. Make sure your frosting goes above the top of the cake. When the sides are smooth, use your spatula or fondant scraper to pull any high frosting onto the top of the cake. If you're going to cover the cake with fondant, this is enough frosting. If you add any more, it will be difficult to get sharp edges around the top of the cake, and frosting might squeeze out at the bottom of the fondant. Also stop now if you're making a semi-naked cake. Add more frosting and repeat the same steps to smooth the top, sides, and then the top again. Now your cake is ready to be decorated. Watch my other tutorials for some great ideas and techniques for decorations.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more cake tutorials every week.